Hi, babes. Welcome back to the Chase Life with Kelly show. I'm your host, Kelly Chase. I wanted to dive into the idea of need, the word need today. So many of us, I feel like, have such an idea that just because you don't need it means like you can't have it. Like the thought that I don't need it means I can't have it, means if I do get it, there's like guilt and shame around that. So I just want to like debunk this. Um, if you think of anything in life in a very spiritual realm, God, universe, source, whatever you think your higher power is, um, why do they want you to suffer? I believe that they don't. I believe that God wants us all to live happy, healthy, wealthy lives. And wealthy can mean anything. I know, I feel like I've talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but like someone could literally have one car, be making $90,000 a year, between two people, let's say $90,000 split between two people driving one car. They travel around, or maybe they sit on their couch. I mean, they're on, they're at their house, in a farmland, in the country, in the city, wherever the case may be, but they're super happy. They're healthy. They're happy. Life is simple and it's good and it's peaceful. And that's a beautiful thing. And if they are happy and healthy and wealthy because they have created so much joy and freedom in their lives, then okay, right? But wealthy could also mean that you're a multi-billionaire, right? It's not about the money. It's about because a multi-billionaire could be extremely burnt out. They could be living in like the hustle culture. This is the absolute worst. I don't know how I got here because one minute I was wishing for it, the next thing I was doing it, I'm living it. But oh my gosh, I have all these health issues. My adrenals are shot. I'm not happy because I have to deal with like teams of people that are just not aligned for my business and my company and all of that. And so they don't actually have joy, peace, or freedom in their life. So you have to decide what wealth means to you. But in any regard, no matter if you're living on $60,000 a year or $60 million a year, we all still can have the same mindset around money. We have the same limiting beliefs, same fears, all of that. And so it doesn't matter where your like actual financial status is. It's the beliefs that you carry with you. And like I said, someone that is making a lot of money could be in actual burnout. They could have created their business based on a trauma response. And with that being said, they're like, it was built on like fight or flight. And if I was, if we were to say, hey, if you could do this all over again, what would you do differently? They would probably do it a lot differently. Right. So with that, and again, they have certain like money beliefs and money stories surrounding, and they probably, because of where they're at with the burnout, they could start to create new stories around wealth, that wealth is not worth it, like having a lot of riches is not worth it because you're going to be burnt out and blah blah blah. But that's not true either, right? So we have to debunk all of the things that we think we know it is. And with that, the need, the idea that, well, let's say you wanted a new purse or something, right? But you have five. You have five purses in your closet, but you really want this one. You saw it at the store and you're like, gosh, that would just elevate my outfit. It like, I put it, I held it in my hand, I put it on my wrist, I put it across my body, I put it over my shoulder. I felt so much more confident and empowered with this purse. It could go with so many different outfits. Gosh, it was just so beautiful. And I feel like it would be extremely functional as well. But then you're like, but I don't need it. And that right there is you telling yourself that you are not deserving and you are not worthy of the thing, which is perpetuating the story that you're not worthy, you're not lovable, and you don't deserve to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. What God is trying to give you, right? So I really want you to think about that. Where where in your life are you saying, I don't need that? Maybe write a list. We did this in a mentorship with David Eagle back in June, write a list of like everything, maybe, or like 25 things, right? Or top 10 things that you like really want right now, but you have told yourself, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need to like buy a new house. I have one. I don't need a new car. I have one. I don't need a new dress or new outfit for work. I have plenty. Or maybe it's okay. I can keep wearing like the same four on rotation. That's fine. I don't need to um buy organic food because the regular carrots are okay. I don't need to go out to eat because I have a refrigerator full of food. I don't need to do an Uber Eats because I have a refrigerator full of food. I could probably drive there. I don't need to call it Uber. I don't need to hire a driver. um I don't need to go on a trip. I'm happy at my house. I'm okay. I can go out. I can go like, to a different town in my own hood. Again, guys, like of course, some of these things do cost you extra money, right? They do cost. And so it's making it what I call an investment. And if you are really desiring it for the right reasons, then you are making a very good, healthy investment. Now, if you're saying, I want that, I want that, I want that because the Kim Kardashians or the Kardashians or whoever trending out there has it, right? And then 9 times out of 10, where you see this like really, superb influencer like Alex Earl, right? Or Alex Cooper that are wearing something, you're like, and they throw up the link and like everyone goes and buys it because they have the like know and trust of the audience. And so they buy the thing and then they put it on and they're like, wait, this doesn't fit me the way it fit them. It doesn't look as good on them because it doesn't fit your body right. Like that could be an investment, is like hiring someone like a stylist so that you can actually understand what your body type is, the types of clothes that would complement your body. And then from there, having that knowledge and education, then you can go shopping and buy clothes and outfits and accessories that actually make you feel confident because they actually fit your body right. So that could be an option, right? But then you're like, well, but I don't need a stylist. Like, I'll just go to TJ Maxx and like buy the things. But then you go to TJ Maxx, which a lot of my clothes come from TJ Maxx, guys. I love it. I used to love it all the time. Like I used to shop there a lot. I am fortunate that some brands do send me things. But it's not all the time. It's not consistent yet, maybe. But I'm okay with that. And I rewear outfits all the time, like I am in the position, like after that David Nagel, I was like, okay, after the David Nagel event, I was like, I do need to like hire like a cleaning service to come in and just clean one day while I can work on other things. You have to think about that. Like, what is it giving you so that you like are replacing something else? And even or expanding or elevating or adding to, but elevating you. The whole thing is about being magnetic and elevating yourself, because the more confident you are in who you are, the more connected to who you are, the more connected to source, God, universe that you are, the better. The more authentic you can show up, the more vulnerable you can show up, the more that you believe that you are worthy and lovable and deserving of the things that you desire. And that is okay. And so we have to drop the guilt and shame around it. Like, yes, there are people struggling all over the world. All over the world. You buying this thing is only going to actually, let's put it this way. What I was going to say is, good people do good things with money. And when you are doing the work around money, so money amplifies who you already are. So if you're doing work and healing around attachment styles and relationships and self-love and your worthiness and all of that, wonderful, because as you accumulate more riches, you're going to be like, okay, what can I do with this to create more impact? How can I help more people, right? But on the flip side, if you are not doing that type of work and you are getting richer and richer and richer, you're accumulating more riches, but you have this like very like greedy, just selfish disposition about you, then that's going to amplify that. And you're going to become more and more of that until you start to do the work. So when you say I don't need it, you could actually be doing a disservice to other people. Because if you have invested in something that maybe before you're like, well, I don't need it. I don't need to hire a coach. I don't need to hire a therapist. I don't need to hire a nutritionist. But guess what? Without those people, you may be stuck for another 6 months or another 6 years because you're not getting the full true support that you do need. And because those things will help to transition you, they'll help grow. Like you will grow, you will expand, you will elevate, you will learn so much, you will gain skills and tools and skill sets to take you further, to be able to help another human being, even if you never monetized off of it, right? Even if you like never turned anything into like a for-profit type of organization, company, business, you will elevate enough that you're like, okay, well, that person that I just met on the bus today or at the grocery store, I ran into them at the grocery store, and we just like, because I was like, oh, she has like some cute sunglasses on, so you strike up a conversation, your buggies are right next to each other, like, oh my God, where'd you get your glasses, they're so cute. And then wherever, right? And then you're like, oh, where do you live around here? What do you do for work, blah 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 blah. But then maybe that person that you have this conversation with, maybe, just maybe, they're like, well, I'm actually in between jobs right now, or, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an attorney, but it's like, it's fine, I just don't have a lot of like flexibility and freedom. Well, guess what? If you're some type of person who's like been in like life coaching or mindset coaching, or perhaps therapy, like a therapist, a psychologist, or anything else, you're another entrepreneur, but someone who thinks outside the box a lot, then you can have that conversation and offer some free advice, right? But maybe you didn't know that free advice had you not worked with someone. But if you didn't work with them, it's probably because you told yourself, I don't need it. I don't need to spend that money. I don't need to spend the money. What if something happens? What if something comes up and I need that money for something else? Guess what? The money ain't running out. There are like, if you look at, news stories and politics, it's like they spent X trillion dollars on something, or this was a multi-billion-dollar project. And it's like, hello, that money ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's not running out. It is in abundant supply for you to use when you want something, not because you don't need it. Okay. Yes, of course, we do need money at times, right? Like if you're in survival mode, you need money to like eat, drink, have a house, have a roof over your head, that kind of thing. And even in some certain situations, you may not need that. I mean, you do essentially, but okay, we won't go down that rabbit hole. All I'm saying is that when you want something from a place of like God placing it on your heart, hey, this is going to advance my life, this is going to expand me and elevate me and make me a better human, just invest in it, just buy the thing, and stop telling yourself that you don't need it, because you saying that, as I mentioned, perpetuates the evidence that your subconscious mind has already created the story around that you are not worthy, and that you're like unworthiness and unlovable, and that you're not deserving. And you are all of those things. You are so lovable, and you're so worthy, and you are so deserving of all the things that you desire. So next time that you think yourself out of something, or you're about to be like, well, I don't need that, bring awareness to that thought and say, is this going to elevate my life? If yes, do it. Get it. If you are going to press the link on an Instagram influencer story or TikTok shop or something, because that person you like really just like, love, you're like obsessed, right? Like you're obsessed with who they are, what they're about, all of that. And you're like, oh, I could use those like $300 porcelain pumpkins for my house too, so that I could be like that influencer or celebrity. And I could have the same one. Like literally, it's more of like a talking piece. Like you have friends over for like Thanksgiving or the fall, and you get these like $300 porcelain pumpkins. And I'm totally making up an example, guys, but I'm sure that something like that exists. If you think it exists. So these porcelain pumpkins, you like have them, you're like decorated, you spent all this money, right? And your friends come over and you're like, oh my God, let me show you what I got. Yes. And and I'm just going to throw out this name. And again, well, no, I won't throw out a name. But anyways, you like put it up, you have your friends over and you like name drop, like, oh yeah, well, I saw so and so get it, so I got it. And oh my gosh, doesn't it just like make things so much better in my house? But then, like, cool. Does it really make you feel better about yourself? Does it make you feel really good? If it does, great. No judgment, right? We're not here to shame or guilt. And is it going to go back into a box in a few weeks when the fall is over, or the Halloween moment is over, or the Thanksgiving moment is over, and the lust around it is gone the next year, and you don't take it back out of the box and now it's just sitting in your house? Then you could resell it. You needed it to elevate you for the moment, and then you resell it. But then if it's stuck on your shelves for too long, did you really need it? That's like if you learn a bunch of information and you don't use it, like, I have told you guys when I feel like really suppressed because I'm not expressing myself. And I love the fact that you're listening to this podcast because it makes me feel very supported. But you know what? If there was only one person listening to this podcast, I think I would still do it due to the fact that it's like my outlet, because I don't want those thoughts sitting on a shelf and not being used, because that's an investment where, I may have thought I probably didn't need it back then. Now I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, I recently made a huge investment because I know the power of it. I know how much expansion is going to come from it. So much growth is going to come from it, from a personal standpoint and a professional standpoint. But if you're not using the things, what's the point? So, but don't guilt and shame yourself. Go buy the thing that you know will change your life, will expand you, will increase the person that you are, that will make you feel like a better human. Okay. That's it for today. Guys, there is something coming. I had an ebook years ago, and I'm like doing an overhaul of this ebook. It will be available very, very soon. And if not, it might even be available when this episode comes out, but just stay tuned for it. If you're not on my email list, go to my website, chaselifewithkelly.com. There will be a pop-up, put your email information in there, because obviously you guys know when things are coming out, new podcast episodes, that kind of thing. And it'll just help us stay connected, because I do have good things coming this way. But yeah, I'm updating this ebook, this e-guide, a lot around confidence and, monetizing your confidence, how to really elevate yourself in love and wealth, and I'm just really excited. It's going to be like a lot of like money mindset stuff. And yeah, especially if you're like looking to like start a business, or you already are in the entrepreneur space, but again, maybe you're that multi-billionaire that has created such burnout in their life that they're like, oh my God, what do I do? How do I deconstruct this and like start over and do this from a place of more of a regulated nervous system, coming from a place of this is what feels good for me. I would love to help break that down for people, reverse engineer like what you're wanting and desiring, and go backwards. I do have some one-on-one private coaching available, and right now, so if you have been loving the podcast, you're loving what I'm saying, and you are ready because you're like, this is like a oh shit moment, I do need coaching, but I don't need it, quote unquote. Yeah, you do. So if you feel that nudge, you have felt that calling to work with me, I do business and mindset coaching, and it is one-on-one mentorship. And you can reach out to me on Instagram through the DMs and just say, I listened to your episode, interested in the private one-on-one coaching, and I really want to take my business to the next level, or I want to start a business, like, let's go. Yeah. So I'm excited for all the things coming up, and I'm so excited that you are here. I'm so happy and grateful that you're here. And don't forget to rate, review, subscribe to the show, follow the show, and share with friends, family, colleagues, strangers, network, whatever. And check out the show notes for ways that we can work together outside of one-on-one coaching. There are digital courses that you can take, the Online Business Accelerator, Rejection to Redemption, and the Money Magnet course. You can, go through each of those individually as you see fit for what you are maybe needing help with right now, or you can buy them all as a package. So I'm excited for all of you. And yeah. Okay. I love you. Have a great week. I am off to the Women in Leadership event in New Orleans this week. So check my Instagram stories. We will be doing like behind the scenes and all of that. I am on a couple of panels, which I'm really excited about. I apologize that I have not really promoted it as much as I should have. But I'm one person and it's a lot that I have going on. So I'm going to do better about that next time. But all that to say, I love you. Keep saying yes to yourself and no to the things that aren't going to enhance the human that you are. All right, love you guys. Have a good one. I'll chat with you soon. Bye.